Conventional strategic planning will not work in an era of digital transformation. Arguably, one of the most important processes in an organization is the strategic planning process. In a time when digital transformation is required, ask yourself, does our conventional strategic planning process have the elements needed to drive digital transformation? In fact, there are 4 salient questions you should ask as the CEO or senior executive about your strategic planning. And it's a process problem. Hi, I'm Jack Calhoun, the CEO of Accelare. First, most strategic planning processes are heavy on planning and light on strategy. Why? We're more comfortable with conventional planning than we are with the tough choices, which are part of a transformational strategy. Most strategic planning processes are predominantly planning and budgeting exercises aimed at functional optimization, not transformational strategy execution. Conventional strategic planning worked okay during a period when the process was seeking predictable growth in a stable environment to drive continuous improvement of the existing business model. But what if your business model is reaching the arc of obsolescence? What if you need a process to drive innovation, disruption, and digital transformation? So question 1 is, what new elements have you introduced into the strategic planning process to frame your digital strategy and business model innovation agenda? Second, a strategic plan describes both where you want to play, your target customers, products, and services, and how you play with distinction, your operating model, your value chain of processes and capabilities. If you're like most companies, you represent your operating model and you organize work through a functional hierarchy and an organization chart. This centuries-old model of work does not reflect how your business creates value or delivers a compelling customer experience. The only way to do that is through an enterprise process model. Importantly, you digitize processes, not departments. Yet 99% of businesses do not have a process-based model of the enterprise. This work of operating model design and re-engineering is not an implementation detail, but in fact, a central part of strategy. So the second question is, do you have a process-based model of the enterprise? And do you know how your strategy process facilitates operating model redesign? Third, new technologies. Digital transformation starts with harnessing new technologies, in particular, the new platform-as-a-service technologies, which can transform your products, services, and operating model. This means understanding how those new technologies can transform your business is a prerequisite part of operating model design. This means that knowledge and even mastery of critical new technology platforms is part of strategy. They offer prescriptive design options of new digital processes which have no analog equivalent. In other words, we're not automating legacy processes, but leveraging new technologies, these new platforms, to invent fundamentally new operating models. Question 3 is, how are transformational technologies and the prescriptive designs they enable used to drive your product, service, and operating model redesign? The final question is about bringing strategy to life. How do you communicate and measure strategy? Too often, strategies are expressed as high-level goals, which are then handed over to the functional heads to create the projects to execute on that strategy. These projects often end up being more about functional optimization than strategy execution. A good strategy goes deeper. It addresses the how of execution and then tracks our progress towards those ambitious objectives. It creates a new culture, of efficient execution of ambitious breakthrough ideas. We've found that John Doerr's objectives and key results to be a good framework for this, with one profound enhancement. The OKRs should be set up along process families, not functions or departments. Linking OKRs to the products, services, and new process-based operating model creates a powerful framework and pragmatic new way to communicate and measure execution. So the final question is, how do you communicate strategy and measure progress? Examination of these 4 questions and a walkthrough of your current strategy and planning process will highlight that your current traditional process will not foster digital transformation. It simply wasn't designed for it. Here at Accelare, we help organizations implement a new strategy, planning, and execution process. We call it the strategy to execution process. We help organizations master the process of simultaneously running and improving their 1.0 model while they transform to their 2.0 model. If you're interested in learning more, let's connect.